Hello, everybody. Been a while since I've been on a vlog, and if I need to toss one of these over to my dolphin. Okay, as I was saying, it's been a while since I've done a vlog, and there could be various reasons. This case is something kind of that I may have sort of planned. uh, I mean, it's one of those things in the category of it might just come together, it might not. I don't know. Uh, there's a good chance that it will actually. It's just like a very probable thing. And despite the fact that Vexes don't like going into water, a dolphin and a Vex playing volleyball together works out very well. Anyhow, as I was going to say, there's a project coming up that's a bit different, and because of who all it will involve, I can't really put it up the way I normally would. That said, it will still be a Minecraft related thing. Uh, it'll be a big series that may be a combination of survival and role play and stuff like that. But because it'll be a group event, there's going to be probably a bit different themes than normal, a bit more mature audience thing than. See, normally I'm just all inclusive and saying, well, whatever. But port Vex, don't fly next to the pufferfish. It's not good for your health. At least they regenerate, so that helps. Anyhow, as I was saying, it'll have all sorts of interesting themes in it, and part of it will include some kind of deep lore that I may not have expressed to the general crowd before, and it will come up a lot in that series, and maybe even just at random. So there will be lots of kind of crazy random revelations and things along the way, some of which you may or may not have guessed or been wondering about, and will come out that way. But because of how it'll involve things that aren't exactly quite the usual, I've kind of decided it may be the first kind of series that I might actually put behind a paywall, because I might do it for channel members only. And although I usually don't emphasize channel memberships, I think this is a good way of also supporting the fact that me and several people collectively will be running a server, and that does in fact take a bit of money. So in that case, that might require a little support. So the thing is that I'm kind of going to reserve it for that. It'd probably be the only type of time that I'd be doing something like that is having a a series that's members only. But it'll be very interesting. It'll be kind of its own kind of exciting. As I said, a lot of lore-based stuff will be showing up. There'll be a combination of survival and RP, and it will be a bit more militaristic than your usual Minecraft series that I do. So, because of some of those things, it wouldn't exactly be for the usual widespread audience. But I do know some of you there that I've been having as members for quite some time would really enjoy this kind of thing. Well, I don't really necessarily have you as members per se, but as subscribers. So it would kind of be a special extra thing that even if nobody really gets to watch it as a member, at least I'll have our shenanigans and role play and lore archived for later. So if I decide to unprivate it, maybe a few years later or something like that for some reason, then okay. But otherwise, it'll be, well, not so much private, but for members only. So, as I said, it would be kind of a thing. So, if you're going to be interested in that kind of thing, remember that this will be that time that will actually come up. Otherwise, we'll see. Times may change, and rules may change, society may change, who knows. So there may be a time where I'd be able to put it up normally, but for now, I just don't feel it's quite right. But at the same time, I do want to be able to archive what we're doing there, show it off, kind of do this grand roleplay and acting job that we're going to be doing there. So it's going to be a big thing. So I want to be able to at least hold on to that. and that would mean it'd be good to at least preserve on YouTube, even if it's for members only. So there is that huge thought there. But as I said before, it'll be a good time in its own way. It's going to involve a lot of people, so stuff comes up. So just saying. Now, since that's pretty much all I really need to say on that end, there are a few other things. One thing is, I'm kind of surprised the direction that 1.21 is going, because there's something that at least I think I requested a long time ago as just a possible idea for a bit of combat updating. When they was originally saying they was going to do a combat update, I was suggesting combat maneuvers of various sorts, and one of them was something that kind of got expressed in the mace, and I'm very surprised that it happened in item form. But I was thinking of the idea of a combat stomp. The idea would be that you'd land on top of your enemy and transfer your fall damage onto them. Obviously, if you missed, you'd wind up probably killing yourself and losing a life, or whatever. But basically, it's the classic Mario Goomba stomp routine, only in Minecraft. That was the idea. Well, they brought it here in the form of the mace. You give them a mace to the face, basically, or just slam them on the head, whatever. But either way, it's the bonk of doom, or the bonk of destiny. You come flying out of the sky, you hit them with a mace with the right timing, and suddenly a lot of that built-up extra damage slams onto the enemy in a colossal fashion that's very satisfying, and you wind up going out scot-free. Now, when it was the idea of a combat maneuver, the idea was to land on top of them yourself, which may actually be harder than hitting them with a weapon. So I may have actually been a little more extreme, although at the time this was even before the combat update finalized what it was going to do, and we got the Elytra. So I don't think they were intending on Elytra damage counting, and that has been since confirmed as a bug. So they do intend it to be fall damage only that is really built up, transferred, and slammed onto the enemy's head. So yeah, there's that. But, I mean, to be perfectly fair, it could have went either way on the Elytra thing. The idea of doing a dive bomb maneuver would have been kind of cool, but you can still, release the use of your wings and just fall the rest of the way, hitting them with the mace in the process. So you can still technically use the Elytra to rise up and then slam down with the thump of Thor, basically. So, yeah. And I am gonna have fun naming it interesting things. Like you know me, I don't go around asking for names of stuff. I prefer to name things myself because I'm actually kind of good at naming things. Equipment, allies, whatever. It's kind of one of my things. So you might be amused by some of the things I come up with for mace names eventually when we finally get to that. But it'll be a while because, some things kind of take a little while to get caught up and all that. So, we'll see when we get there. But you never know. Some parts of the community are moving faster these days than they ever have before. That's made things very exciting. So we'll see where things go. And you never know that even this kind of custom mod pack roleplay experience that I'm coming up with may also wind up fully updated eventually when various mods and things get caught up. So we'll see. And there may even be the possibility of a custom mod premiere in this. So that's a little up in the air right now because we're kind of doing a bit of a feasibility study on that. So we'll see where that goes. But it could happen. I mean, we've had mod packs before that have been big premieres for certain mods. Hexit premiered Hexit Gear, Tolkien Craft 2 premiered Draconic Evolution. There's been a few times where it's happened, and I've even played those packs. So I know that sometimes it's a good way to do it, to just show it off temporarily as exclusive, and then let it out. So we might be doing a few things there. So another thing that being a channel member supporting the special pack will do is probably also helping with development of that mod and making sure that there's a good possibility it winds up going out to the public eventually. So ulterior motives for everyone involved may occur, but at least in a very fun and neutralistic way. So we'll see. For now, Did someone hit a magma pocket? I heard that kind of zoop down thing. I don't remember a magma pocket being around here. Who zooped? Anyhow, as I was saying. So, as usual, I'll be going off in my kind of special way. So next time they serve me back the ball, there you go. I'll be heading off in the classical fashion for me doing a monologue. So let me see, which one do I want to go with here? Classic cat, pig step. I think I'll go with classic cat. Let's just say it has a little additional meaning that might come up with this whole thing, so... Clue, possibly? Hey, want to listen to the music? Yeah, you too. Join the party. It's not just a parrot party anymore. Oh, it's mostly a parrot party. Panda, do you want to join in? This panda lacks groove. Anyhow, okay. Hey, at least you get it. At least you get it. At least you get it. Okay. So, again, this has been Glitch Reaper. I'll be logging off. Have a good day out there. Hope to hear from y'all later. And remember, join the parrot party. Now, plus allies.